With the ongoing tragic events between the world's largest country in terms of land area, Russia, and their neighbors, Ukraine, it is important to probe the implications of this in the marine space, be it maritime or the marine environment. And this is the focus of this week's The Marines podcast with me, Samo Minteyim. Over the past couple of weeks, global news has been dominated by Russia and Ukraine due to the ongoing tragic event. Warlike situations in the past would have seen other countries deploy soldiers to help the countries they deem to be right or an ally, but in recent times, battles are often fought using economic sanctions, the effect of which can be to debilitate economies and in turn force changes to behaviors. In relation to this, Al Jazeera reported that Ukraine's capital city Kiev's ambassador to Ankara says Ukraine has asked Turkey to close the Bosphorus and the Dardanelles Straits to Russian ships. The request puts NATO member Turkey, which shares a maritime border with Ukraine and Russia, in the Black Sea and has good relations with both countries, in a difficult position. Under the 1936 Montreal Convention, Ankara has control over the straits and can limit warship passages during wartime or if threatened. Now, this happened on February 24. Fast forward to about 2 weeks now, and you will notice stronger maritime restrictions within the Ukraine-Russia region, predominantly on the side of the Black Sea. For instance, over the weekend, Russian troops seized a nuclear power plant at Zaporizhia, a Ukrainian city on the Dnieper River. So Mariupol is surrounded by Russian troops and reported to be lacking food and essential services. Black Sea Law Company report on March 2 states that the Deputy Minister of Infrastructure of Ukraine addressed an official letter to all parties in the maritime business asking not to apply the mirage for the storage of containers in Ukrainian port. Also, the Spanish Hydrographic Office released a map to show navigation warnings within the Black Sea region. UK has banned all Russian ships from entering its port, while shipping executives and port officials in Belgium, Holland, and Germany have said cargo ships that are destined for Russia will be stopped and inspected. During the past week, one of the world's biggest shipping companies, Maersk, announced that it will temporarily suspend shipment to and from Russia and Ukraine. The shipping company joined ONE, MSC, and Hapag-Lloyd in the decision, a move that would impact at least 47% of global container shipping. According to the Business Insider, the shipping leader's decision to cut off Russia will further hamper the country's ability to send and receive goods, which has already been restricted by Western sanctions. These ongoing restrictions within the Black Sea will most likely impact the shipping rate, as the Black Sea serves as a key route for oil and bulk food exports. Glenn Cope, who is the general manager of network collaboration at the supply chain consultancy firm Forkite, told the New York Times that shipment rate could surge from about $10,000 per 40-foot container to $30,000, while air freight rates could jump even higher. This is alarming in totality because these additional costs being incurred mainly due to these transportation restrictions would most likely be passed on to the customers. So the customers who might be buying things for let's say $10, which would be about 70 Ghana cedis, will now have to pay 3 times that to get what they are getting, or even at the very least pay double that. So some of these costs will surely be mainly put on the customers, meaning that the business side of things could go higher for a lot of countries that primarily depend on shipment that passes through these regions. On the environmental side, the nuclear power plant they are holding on to right now could be one that, if the radiations escape the area, it can hurt ocean animals in several ways. For instance, it could kill them. It could also lead to some strange mutations, particularly in their offspring, and in some cases also it will lead to the passing of this material up the food chain. So in a longer term, we will see effect on the species within the ocean because of some of these contaminants being released from such nuclear power plants. This has been the Marines Podcast on the Odumankuma Maritime News YouTube channel. For more maritime news, log on to odumankuma.com, subscribe to this channel if you are new, and do not forget to like and share. Get interactive on Facebook and LinkedIn is Samo Minteyib, whilst on Instagram and Twitter is at Eyiminta. Take care of the environment and see you next time.